This video was sponsored by Enhance, NeoWatt, ABRP, Elbilmek, Kempower and EB Hub. Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in the Tesla Model 3 Standard, and in this video we will test how good the headlights are. So this is also Highland. It's known to have not so good headlights compared to the pre-Highland, which has the headlight. Not sure what the heck it's called again. Projector lights. Here there's different lights. Okay, let me fire up. What? That's it? Well, it's almost 3 at night now, and it's actually getting kind of bright outside. Wow, it's getting harder and harder to test headlights during summer. But okay, if I do this manual on-off here, yeah, it seems like it's the same as the premium Model 3, you know, or the Highland lights. So not that great. I mean, it has okay spread, okay strength, but nowhere as good as the pre-Highland. So also, if you do this, there is no turning of the headlights. Okay, let's see. How about here in the bush? Yeah. So, well, I'm not sure what else to say. There's some adaptive lights here also. Let me see. Maybe I've been toggling a bit too much on and off. I put it on auto. Yeah. So it should turn on and off now. Okay, well, now that we see against the bush here, you can see that there is still some okay spread-ish, yeah. But I feel like, okay, how is this compared to the pre-Highland? It's not as wide, not as tall, and not as strong, pretty much. But I guess still slightly better than the average Chinese car, or maybe Asian car. Yeah. Trying to get a feel of how it is. Yeah, it's pretty much that. So, well, there's a fox or something small. Yeah, look, no, there was a regular pussy cat over there. I could see it barely. So, I mean, if I had a Model 3 Standard or whatever, Model 3 Highland, and I drive a lot on these kind of roads, I'll probably slap down some LED bar. Oh, there we go. Wait, let's see. There, okay, turn it off kind of late. Wasn't sure if that was auto. This must be the first time I've seen a car here. What? I was kind of caught off guard here. It's 2:47 at night. Normally there'd be no traffic on this stretch, especially this time of the day. So, yeah, okay, well, just get some, you slap down some LED bar. You can go to Bilkomponenter at Kløfta. They can install it for you, in case you don't want to do that yourself. Let's see now, you're gonna do the regular, here, farm inspection. Wait, there seems to be some, okay. Yeah. Okay. There's no risk of waking up the guys over there, at least. Let's see. You guys hammer it. Just have it on high beam. Well, I'm not sure what else to say. It's, I think there's no difference between the premium and what is called again. Sorry, I'm a little bit zoned out right now. Yeah, standard. Sorry, standard and premium seems like they share the same hardware. So at least you don't get any less lights there if you go for that. So of course, if you think that the premium already had sufficient headlights or good enough headlights, then oh, there's another animal there. Oh, bunny, 2 bunnies. Okay, then yeah. But for me, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old, or maybe I'm used to other cars. I've been testing a bunch of other cars, and I feel like those, especially German cars, they're way better headlights. But of course, if you're only driving on mostly well-lit roads anyway, then no big deal. Wait, is it on now? Are you in yet? Oh yeah, okay, the high beam was actually on. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, we need to test if the high beam capability has been upgraded, or yeah, maybe they have done some updates there, you know, on the software, so it's even better than before. We are now in Sweden. This is around Strömstad, and yeah. Oh, okay, there. The first flash happened already. The car was turning off a light kind of late. So, yeah. Now we have street lights. It actually keeps it on. There we have another truck coming. Let's see what happens. Did it turn it off? No, I think it actually fires on there. Oh, okay, that's not good. So, this alien technology, I don't know if it detects a truck or it doesn't give a shit. It just want to fire up the elements against it and not turn them off in time. So this is also what I experience when I see other annoying cars oncoming, and I'm like, what the heck? And then once I pass them, I see, oh, it was a Tesla, you know. So it seems like the matrix logic or the matrix capabilities here are not the best. Here, oncoming traffic, there it turn off in time. So it's more random. Sometimes it will turn off in time, sometimes late. Well, but here, it goes behind the pillar. Okay, that didn't fire up the high beam. Okay, great. But also here you see not the best high beam, not the strongest and the widest high beam, unfortunately. Wait, is it on? Huh? Wait, is this low beam or high beam? No, it is high beam. Okay. Yeah, I've been spoiled with some other cars lately, like the iX3 I tested. But I mean, it has some matrix at least, and it's included in the affordable test. Oh, here, see, okay, that, yeah. Why didn't the AI detect that? Right, there was an oncoming car. Okay, there's a middle divider, but it's not that dense. What about truck here in front? Oh, I think it's still blasting full against the truck. Well, could the rain affect it? Well, it should work 100% in any weather, right? Okay, it's not that much rain, just light rain. So there, let me see what happens once I pass the truck. Oh, okay, now comes a bit heavier rain. Auto lane change doing a good job. Autopilot can see enough at least. I'm not sure what is the autopilot cameras and the headlight cameras share the same cameras, or I mean share data. Maybe they do, right? So I mean it works okay, and considering that this is the cheapest Tesla, the most affordable Tesla, and they include the matrix light, which is actually a matter of safety, then that's actually pretty good. Okay, we are now in the quite straight place around Falkenberg in the 120 zone, and man, I have to tell you guys, I haven't caught it on camera, but I've been flashed at so many times. So what is the problem with this matrix light? Well, oh, look at that, look at that. It fired up against the oncoming truck. It tends to turn down the lights way too late, and it doesn't detect oncoming traffic properly. Or like now, okay, come on. It's gonna flash at me, or maybe not. Oh, there it turned down the light. Look at that. Like there, I got flashed at again. Like I've been flashed at least 20-30 times, and also when I approach other traffic cars in front, it tends to keep the headlights or the high beam on for quite long time. So it's doing a lot of things wrong, yeah, and annoy other people. So it seems like Tesla has a lot of machine learning to do here. And I don't know, just it's not that good. It actually behaves similar to many German cars, but it seems to actually be worse than many German cars. Many times it will also gonna flicker a bit, fire up the high beam and then turn it down, and then fire it up again and turn it down. You know, like, you don't have to do that. You know, the car should be smart enough to detect objects ahead and find out what's going on, and then you know, don't go like on and off like that. You know, here again, prime example, truck incoming. This car does not turn down the lights. I'm gonna get blind. I'm gonna get flashed at again. 3, 2, 1, bam! You see? Freaking spot on, man. This is not the replay ending. It's not the voiceover. It is actually live. It is live. Oh wow! It happens all the time. So there's only one car that has worse matrix lights than this Tesla, and that is the Volvo ES90. It was super cringe, the ES90. It did almost everything wrong. Here it's still quite bad, but okay, second worst I've tested then when it comes to the matrix lights. So overall, at least as of May 2026, is not that great, and then we'll see next time I test the Tesla if there will be any improvement in the matrix lights then. But yeah, I think we have seen enough, so that's gonna be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.